We have an exciting announcement. Our vision at LifePoint Church is to be an authentic community of people striving to become more like Jesus. We accomplish that by connecting, growing, serving, and sharing the hope of Jesus with others. Step 2 of our process for accomplishing the vision that God has given to us is growth. While our primary focus is on spiritual growth, if we are a healthy church, we'll be growing numerically as well. We'll be growing both in financial generosity and church attendance. So, how are we doing? Well, in 2024, we moved into our new building on 10 acres. Because of your incredible generosity, we were able to purchase this $2.5 million property, and we were able to do it with cash. In addition to that, every year you've given several $100,000 to help our church fulfill the mission that God has given us to love God, love people, and make disciples. And while that's exciting, that's not the exciting announcement. So, we're growing within our new building and in our financial generosity. How are we doing with our church attendance? To answer that question, I turned to American writer, researcher, speaker, and former president and CEO of Lifeway Christian Resources, Tom S. Rainer. He is frequently asked if churches are growing or declining in the United States since the 2020 pandemic. He says church leaders also ask how they can evaluate their church's growth. Recognizing that no two churches are alike, that every demographic is different, and that some areas are more receptive to the gospel than others, they did their best to create a formula to help pastors determine a healthy post-pandemic growth rate. I won't bore you with the math, but his conclusion was that healthy post-pandemic church growth would be at a rate of 4.3%. The sad news is that based on the churches they surveyed, over 3/4 of the congregations have declined since 2019. The humbling news is that LifePoint has grown 133%. And while that's exciting, that's not the exciting announcement. Remember earlier when I told you that our primary focus is on spiritual growth? Well, about a year ago, our board and pastors started discussing how, with our increase in physical growth, we can do even better with the spiritual growth in our church. And after a lot of discussion and prayer, we've decided that to help our church grow spiritually, we're going to add another member to the LifePoint Church staff. Who is it? I have no idea, but God does. So starting today, we're beginning the new search for a new full-time student director. But don't worry, Trevor's not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
LifePoint has never had a staff member fully devoted to just middle school and high school students, and they deserve someone to help them grow deeper in their relationship with Jesus. In our crazy world, we want someone to be able to fully invest in the students of LifePoint. But what about Trevor?
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, doing this will also help Trevor be freed up to fully focus on helping our church grow spiritually through life groups, men's and women's ministries, our volunteer teams, and other areas that help a church mature. So, we want to invite you to join us in praying for God to provide for us a new full-time student director who will help our students love God, love people, and make disciples.
And don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.